He said, you beat us, but you gonna damn respect us. And the second thing that happened to us that turned this program around will be the TCU fight down at Texas Christian University. It was one of the worst fights that I've ever been a part of, but as a team, we bonded that day. I'm not saying that they bonded when we beat BYU. I'm saying for us. Because after that, we went 9-3 in the 3 straight bowl games. And it was something that Coach West always preached. We're gonna lose them together and we're gonna win them together. And he said, if you got something to say, say it. If you don't have nothing to say, don't say it at all. And that's the 2 things that helped me shape where I am today. I want to thank my dad, my 2 sisters for coming out, my big brother, Marcus Bell, who always keeps me grounded. Romeo, who I can never do anything right. My girl and my 2 daughters that absolutely run me right now. I really can't say it enough what the University of Memphis has done for me. Like J-Rod, I don't have friends, I have extended family. And without the University of Memphis, I wouldn't have the support staff with me or that I have today without coming here. And last but not least, I know she's happy right now, but I lost my mom May 16th of last year. And I got an empty chair with roses. Start. It means a lot to me about my mom. I can still remember Coach West telling me a story. I was on my recruiting trip and they wanted to take me out, like to kind of see some things. And I said, well, you got to talk to my mom. And he said, yeah, I'll call her. I was like, no, she's outside right now. He said, wait, let me get myself together. And I talked to him. But I really appreciate everything that the University of Memphis has done for me and my family and giving me that extended family and that support staff and the family that I have. Like, J-Rod, I really appreciate all the award ceremonies that you went with me and keeping the agents and everybody off me on trying to get me to go to college, go to the pros my junior year. And it's really funny. I'm gonna tell another story and then I'm gonna get down because I know I'm past my 3 minutes. My junior year, going into my senior year, when I was going through whether or not I wanted to stay in college or if I wanted to go to the NFL. We laid everything down. I talked to Coach West and he said, man, it's whatever you want to do. And I'm like, Coach, he's like, we'd love to have you back, but it's your decision. And I talked to Coach Feet, and Coach Feet was like, man, you don't need to go pro, you need to stay here. Offensive coordinator, you kind of expect that from him. I really had some conversations with my girl and some family members and stuff like that. And he said, well, if you go to the NFL, you'll have money and you'll be able to take care of your family. And if you stay here, you'll be able to set yourself up for a long term in terms of coming to work in the University of Memphis or in the Memphis area. And he said, what's your decision gonna be? I said, well, I've been broke all my life, so all the rich people that I know seem like they have more problems than the ones that are broke, so I'm coming back to school. I'm not ready for those problems yet. Yeah, but that's one of the reasons why I love the university. I love the University of the City of Memphis, and I will always rep. This will be my home. I get into it with people all the time about the university. They say, you talk about the university like they're in the top 5 every year, and I was like, yeah, we are in some category. We just gotta find it. In some category we are. But I love my university. I'll rep it to the day I die. When people come over to my house, it's Memphis everything. I don't rock any other college memorabilia. I don't rock any other NBA team if it's not the Memphis Grizzlies. Like, I am Memphis. So again, thank you. One last story. One last story. This is my one last story. I have to tell this about how me and Marcus Bell met and how we fall out all the time. And a lot of you know Marcus Bell. He played here when they had the #1 defense in college. Yes. I hear that all the time. We hear that all the time. There's actually another joke, Coach West, that you might not like, that him and Romeo always, I'm glad they gave me this platform to get this out. Well, whenever they want to ground me, they always bring up the Tennessee game that I was hurting, that I wasn't able to play in. And they always say, oh, you got the old Phantom Tennessee injury. Oh, that's funny, ain't it? Said you got the old Phantom Tennessee injury. So that's what they use to ground me. And can you let them know, Coach West, that was your call on me not playing and not me not playing? Yeah, but we met at a basketball game. We was playing at the YMCA. I mean, not the YMCA. We was playing at the Hyper. And I didn't know who Bell was. He obviously knew who I was. And he pushed me around the whole time to the point where I wanted to fight him. Like, I really did. It wasn't even about winning or losing. It was just that I wanted to fight him. He's a little on the heavier side, but you know, we're not going to talk about that because we're not going to talk and be sensitive about that. So, I apologize, Andy. It was not directed towards you. Yeah, we're going to get you that 5X, okay? We're working on that. We're working on that, yeah. So, he pushed me around, and long story short, we became friends, and he became my mentor, and he became my big brother. And he opened my eyes to a lot of things that go on that young kids at my age at the time didn't understand about the position that I held. Because to this day, you know, I kind of overlook this because I feel like, and I know that I wasn't the guy. It was always the offensive line, it was always the coaches, it was always the wide receivers. I just tried to work my butt off as much as I possibly could to be successful, because when I started this conversation and when I started this journey, I was going to a graveyard and I was going to end my career, but I took that challenge and I took that bull by the horns with the help of my coach and Coach Fiedner and my support staff, and that's where I am today. I wrote, thank you.